Well, hello there. I have to start this whole... I was halfway through the talk when I run out of memory, and now I gotta start all over. Let's hear the story of Travis, Wolf, and took a trip when we drive to California. Wolf went to his daddy and said, "Daddy, can we use a Ford Falcon to go to Louisiana for the weekend?" And Mr. Wolf's daddy said, "Okay." So on a Thursday night, me and Wolf and Took, we hopped into the Ford Falcon. But we weren't going to no Louisiana. We was going to California, land of plenty. So we took off. We drove and drove and drove and drove and drove. We had a system. One would drive, one would sleep by the door, and one would sleep in the back seat for 4 hours. Then the one in the back would move to the driver, and the driver would move to the back seat, to the door for 4 hours, and then to the back seat for 4 more hours. That way we'd all get 8 hours sleep and we ain't got to stop. So we drive, and we did all that. We must have changed a few times, but we drove and drove, and we drove forever, and we never hardly got out of Texas. Finally we got out into Arizona, and Wolf got us all pulled over for going 85, and the guy said, policeman said, "Why are you going so fast?" Wolf said, "Well, the sign say question mark on it." And he said, "Yes, but you're supposed to drive a safe speed, and you got a slick tire there, and that ain't a safe speed to be driving on no slick tire." Wolf got out and said, "Let me see." Look, yeah, that tire's slick. It's showing some tread. And we made it all the way to Louisiana and almost back before that tire blew. But anyway, here what happened. We finally get out to Louisiana, and we were starving because we were saving our money for drugs. And we get out there, and we're going through some vineyards, and we see these guys as pickers, and they say, "We through picking for the season. Anything you find, you can have. Get all you want." So we had some grocery bags in the trunk. I believe they belonged to Wolf, Miss Wolf's mama, and we had our 4 or 5 grocery bags, and we got out. We got grapefruit, cantaloupe, green grapes, red grapes, purple grapes, and some kumquat looking doobies, and we had 4 or 5 bags of fruit, So we finally was tired. We got some motel. We gonna sleep in there. When all of a sudden we started fighting over who gonna sleep in the bed. Only 2 could sleep in the bed, and one gonna have to sleep on the floor. And the manager heard us, and he come in there. I ran and hid in the bathroom in the shower. The manager come knock on the door. He opened the door, and he seen 2 of them. He seen Took a Trip and Wolf. He said, "I knew there was 2 of you in here." We only was charged for 1 in the old days like that. And so he said, "I knew there was 2. And I come out of the bathroom. I said, "Well, you was wrong. They was 3. He throwed us out of the motel. So I was the last one out, and I was pushing the bicycle, because we had a bicycle. I don't know where we got it. I can't remember. And we brought it with us because we was going to sell it this we got broke. It was a 10-speed. Jeff Brown from Ponderosa Forest had stole it. And we got it. He hid it in the woods, and we stole it from him when we left. So anyway, I'm the last one coming out of the room. I was pushing the bicycle, and I looked at that man, and I said, "Thank you." And he said, "Thank you for what?" "For not calling the cops." So we gone on down the road, and we think that everybody in California is on dope. We see some people, and they walk in the waters and stop, and we say, "Hey, y'all know where we can get any heroin?" And they just took off running. Man, we didn't get no drugs. So later, we was downtown, and there was a little bitty cute little old black boy shining shoes, and we got him to shine our shoes and our boots, our hippie boots, and we said, "Hey, son, you know where we can get any drugs?" And he said, "I know where we can get some heroin." Little old boy, heroin, all right, let's get some heroin. But we bought a spoon. They call it a half spoon or a spoon. We bought a spoon of it for $23. And he took us up in the hills, and there was an old folk home, and there was a bunch of black dudes worked there, and one of them was named Crab, and we picked up Crab and Wolf, and 2 or 3 others go off to get the dope. We seen Wolf come in, Took scared, and Wolf, we made Wolf go, and he looked funny. They didn't come back for hours. Finally they come back. They had this spoon They call it a spoon, you know, and it was actually a paper full of dope. And there was 5 or 6 guys work at that old folk home. Every one of them sticking their little spoon out there, wanting us to put a little in their little cooker. Put me a little off in there. Put me a little off. Well, we did, and finally, when we did our drugs, that drug was so strong, our eyes contracted so bad, we was blind. It was a wonder we didn't overdose. We never seen something so good. So the next day, we getting ready to come back. We said, let's go find them and get a whole spoon. I said, okay. So we go find Crab, and so he gets in the car with us. This time it's us 3 and Crab. We go to the local market. He said, give me the $50. We give him the $50. He goes around the side of the grocery store there, and this is in Santa Barbara. He goes around the grocery store there, and 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, he don't come back. Well, we drive around to the side of the building. We don't see no Crab. We go in the back. We don't see Crab. We look up and down the street, all the way around the building 3 or 4 or 5 times. Been about an hour. We finally realized that old Crab had pinched us, and we had been burned. We said, oh, Lordy. So we went over to Palm Springs, and we seen these 2 guys running around the street. They was all messed up, and they said, hey, I want to buy some pink ladies. I said, yeah, how much are they? And they said, 3 for $5. And so, I don't remember, we bought some, and we went to a motel. Same thing. Had 1 bed and 3 of us. Now, Wagner said, I'm eating mine now, and he ate a couple of them pink ladies. What these pink ladies was, they was homemade Seconal Redbirds, capped in a pink capsule, and they called them pink ladies. Wagner, this way we get to the motel and eat them. Wagner said, no, I'm eating mine now, And Wagner just dry swallowed 2 of them. And then we got to the room. First thing Wolf did, he run in the bathroom, got a glass of water, and he took his 2. It was about 15 minutes or so before I took mine. Then Wagner kept saying, I'm sleeping in the bed. He laid down on the floor like this, you know, watching TV. And Wolf's in the chair. Wagner said, I'm sleeping in the bed tonight. Yeah. Well, the next thing you know, old Wag just passed out on the floor. My God. And I looked over at Wolf, and his head started swaying around, and he passed out in the chair. I look at my watch, I say, by my calculation, I got 15 minutes, boy. I ran in there, and I brushed my teeth, and I washed my face, and I got in my jammies, and I ran in there, and I hopped in the bed all by myself, and the next thing I know, it was morning. Pink ladies, by waiting, I got to sleep in the bed nice and comfortable, and there was one on the floor, and one passed out in the chair like this. So finally we come on back to Houston. I don't know how long we was gone, not that long. It was a fast trip. Anyway, Mr. Wolf Daddy, he got the car one day to go to the store, and he come back and he said, man, where'd y'all go? Wolf said, oh, we just went to Louisiana. He said, man, y'all put 3,300 miles on that car. And Wolf said, well, we rode around a lot. And that was the weekend in California.